Without giving too much detail, what can fans expect about the last few episodes of this season?
It's fast and funny and really hits home a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about and the messages we've been trying to get across in season two. And some there's a lot of big swings coming.
Sounds good. Okay. Do you have a favorite memory or favorite scene you've done thus far?
Um, there's a scene in which Maya and I are fighting and sort of going back and forth, and it just starts as like both of us saying okay, and it turns into this like really bizarre acting exercise, like Meisner-esque acting exercise. And that day was really fun because they really let us off the leash at a certain point with that scene, and you get to see some of it in the final edit, but you don't get to see all of it. And it was again like for me, it was a real moment where I was like, I felt really finally comfortable playing with Maya Rudolph on that level. And it's always really intimidating for me to do that. And finally in season two I was like, oh, like this person trusts me and I trust this person, and it was just a lot of fun. It's always a joy to get to do that with Maya.
Sounds good. And I think the journalist had that. Well, you briefly touched on this already, but could you tell me more about filming that scene with Maya? Because
Oh,
it was so different than the other scenes that you had filmed before.
yeah, I mean, we don't often get to play, we're not often fighting on the show, Maya and I. Like we usually are, pretty in lockstep on the show. And so I think like getting to play a different layer to their relationship was really exciting for both of us. And like it really, and I think when they finally did say just go for it, it allowed Maya specifically, I think, to really let loose in a way that she's not often allowed to do on the show. I think because of the constraints of the character and the writing and stuff like that. And so yeah, it was just like, again, like I say this constantly, but doing scenes like that with Maya is a masterclass in taking big swings and making big stupid choices fearlessly, and not worrying about how it may seem, and not worrying about and yeah, I learned so much just from getting to scream at Maya, okay.
Yes. And is there a story arc you want your character to explore, or what would you like to see happen to Nicholas in possible upcoming seasons?
Yeah, I would like to see what a functional relationship looks like for Nicholas, like who that guy is. Like we obviously get little peeks into his very toxic, convoluted dating and sexual history on the show. And I'd like to see what kind of guy gets Nicholas to actually lock in and want to commit to somebody.
Mm, sounds good. And is there a character you like to see Nicholas have more scenes with? I feel like Sophia and Nicholas would butt heads, but would be such a funny duo.
I One of my favorite episodes to shoot was the episode where Michaela and I are helping Stephanie plan her wedding, Ainsley plan her wedding, and I love Michaela, and I think like it's been so fun to really, she was really thrown into the deep end of going from something as serious and dramatic as Pose to something as silly and funny as Loot, and it's been so fun to watch her grow and like get more and more confident every episode that we've shot in her comedic chops, which she does have them. She makes me laugh all the time, both on camera and off. And I would love to have more fun getting to develop that relationship.
Sounds good. I think that's all the questions that Nerds of Color had for you.
The activists, directors, comments and the lectures, fanboys, professional artists and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me. The hard knock life, comics, movies, and TV.